This is Carnival Games VR, which is a new game that just came out today. It's kind of like a minigame collection set, obviously, at this little carnival. You can see there's some strange folks about. I'll talk about them later. This is my little Mr. Carnival over here. He won't shut up. He'll never shut up. It's not enough to ruin the game, but he's really fucking annoying. So, at first, I will say I had a lot of trouble with the tracking in this game. Nothing was working right. In one particular one, I'll show you in a minute, the rock climbing game over here, I just could not get anything going. And on top of that, when you start, you have to unlock everything. So you have about 2 games to play off the bat, even though you just dropped $20 on this thing. There's 12 games in total, I think, but you have to unlock most of those. And when your tracking's not working really well, that's a pain in the ass and it's a real slog. And I almost gave up on it, but somebody on Reddit told me to give it another shot and adjust my tracking and stuff. And at this point, I think I've got it pretty much down. And it's relatively enjoyable. The grinding I mentioned is not as bad once you actually have control of yourself, but it's still kind of annoying overall. I kind of would have preferred if everything was just open to begin with, but this is fine. I'm going to try out the climbing wall. This is probably the most interesting one because there's no other thing in VR like this. So it's a rock climbing wall, and you got your hands, and you kind of got to grab and pull yourself across, which is a pretty cool feeling. It's a little disorienting because at some point you start feeling like you really are climbing a wall, and like your body should be reacting in some way. So one thing I'll say about this one is when you have to look straight up like that, sometimes maybe just because of the fit of the headset, it gets a little bit blurry or out of focus. Alright, so this is kind of a speed thing too. I should be going faster. Alright, so you basically, you just grab on things here. The blue ones are fine, the red ones crumble over time. They throw in a couple of these here, where you gotta just move fast. At first I was trying to figure it out like it's a puzzle, but it's just like haul ass, essentially. This is probably, like I said, the most interesting game out of the bunch. And this one, I believe, gets unlocked pretty quick towards the beginning of the game. So it's one of the first ones you get. And definitely worth checking out. It's a pretty cool feeling just climbing around like this. I'm sure I'm going to get like a 1-star rating or something because I'm not moving that fast, but oh god, so, oh shit. So the feeling of falling is pretty real too. When you miss a grab or something, it's almost like Windlands, where you just feel like you're feel like you're really taking a fall. And of course, all this is counting against my overall time. Oh, whoa! Gotta get closer to this one. There we go. There is a little bit of jitter, I will say, in this game overall. Oh no, the red ones break. Okay, well I think you get the idea about this one. It's pretty fun. I'm going to exit and show you a different one.
Go ahead and pick a game.
So you can see they've got ring toss, what I started on, pop darts, which is throwing darts at some balloons. The dart throwing is not that great, I'll say for sure. In Sports Bar VR, they got it much better. So these are the little areas. They each have a few games.
Where to?
Swish is a basketball game that's kind of fun. Down the stretch is sort of a modified skee ball. Fast pitch. Oh, this one's fun. I'll do this one. So fast pitch, you have a catcher's mitt, and they throw all these crazy pitches at you. I don't know how catchers. Honestly, I never watched baseball, so I don't know if they use their left hand or their right hand. But I'm gonna use my left hand because I did better last time with my left hand. They'll throw you some crazy ones here. Hop, got it. Yeah, didn't get that one. The snake is wild. There we go. Hokey Joe! Ah, Jesus! Not another Hokey Joe, 2 in a row. Shit! Ah, I feel like it hit me. Nah, see, I'm just doing terrible on this one. It's pretty fun though. This is one of my more favorite ones. And so at the end of each one, you get these tickets, which for the beginning of the game you use to, I'll show you over here, you got your little prize gallery should pop up. And as you go through, there's all these optional things that you can play with in this area called the playroom. I'll just buy one to show you that. So you drop it in a little bucket. It is purchased. And so I already bought this dinosaur, which gave me Swish. The things in the middle always unlock different stages. So,
Where would you like to go?
where's that playroom? There it is. So as you buy things, I don't know what this is going to end up being because I've only bought one or two things, but got this little cow guy. Kind of toss him around. There's this. Now where's the guy I just bought, though? Curious. Well, you point at these things and you can kind of teleport around the stage. And as best as I can tell, it's just a place to grab things and throw them around and see what happens for some kind of entertainment purpose. So that's the playroom area. Not that exciting, really. But this game, I think, is definitely geared towards kids, I would say. So depending on who you are, you might get more or less enjoyment. Hey, everybody waves at you in this game. It's kind of creepy. They all just look right at you. And all these kids are high as shit. Like, I don't know. Everyone looks weird. Every adult man is a variation of Woody from Toy Story with different clothing on or a different skin tone. And they all look creepy and dead-eyed. One of my least favorite things is the non-player characters in this game. They're just like, how much effort did they put into those? Look at these fuckers. So they just randomly generate like different outfits on them. Like, look at this girl. She's got a mustache. This guy's wearing a mask. Nobody cares what they're wearing. It's like, I don't know. So Cowpoke. This is where you start. This game's kind of fun. It's the, you toss a baseball at a milk jug. Seems like it's giving me the tutorials every time. Now, one thing about this game is I can't really tell if it's better to use real motion, like really chuck the thing at it, like you'd expect to, or just do how they show you in the tutorial and just like toss forward. So that's not really how I play a game like this, but that seems like what they want you to do is just kind of chuck it like that forward. Oh. Oh my goodness. Now that I have an audience. Alright. So some of these games, I will say, go on a little longer than I want them to. At a certain point, I'm like, alright, I'm ready to play something else. But that's only if you're doing well at it. Actually, I take that back. Case in point, one of my favorite games, despite the fact that I hate that it's timed, and even if you're doing terrible, you have to play the whole thing. Where's this one? Flapjack. Funnel cake stacker, that's it. This one is pretty fun. Basically, they throw a bunch of funnel cakes at you, and you have to hold these two little trays and stack them up. I think I've learned how to cheat by just putting them together like this. You can stack quite a few, but as you can see, no matter how well you do, they launch 45 of them at you. There's like a number up there in the corner. And after a while, sometimes you're like, alright, I'm tired of holding this one. But, you know, even though some of these games are fun, I couldn't see coming back to them so many times. It's more like something you'd show to people for a few minutes, you know, pass around with friends, or if you've got, like, younger people in your family or kids or whatever, just like, this would be a fun little thing for them to have. But I don't know how much overall value I would get out of it. I think the fact that it's completely single-player... Oh, I'm doing terrible at this. Oh my god. I do. It's kind of hectic and fun though. I like when they're just flying in your face. What was I saying? Oh, Sports Bar VR I think has more longevity as far as these kind of mini-game type ones go. Because at least you can play online with people in that one. And in this one you're just always by yourself unless you have people in the room with you. Oh, here we go. Oh, let's see if this works. No, I've done much better than that. My favorite thing about that one is at the end, just tossing the plates. Oh, and you can grab these things. Ooh, that's pretty fun. I get something for you, buddy. I wish this guy would shut up sometimes, by the way. Can I get him? I'm gonna get you, Mr. Carnival! Like, odd job him with the dinner plate here. Ah, never mind. Alright, I give up. He's indestructible.
What would you like to play?
So, yeah, you know, there's some fun ones. I guess I'll show you what there is. I already been here. Basketball, fast pitch, we played that. That is a modified skee ball, like I said. I'm just repeating this. So, in Wizard's Walkway, we've been here as well. Look at this little kid. Everybody, it's just staring at me and waving. It's so creepy. I really wish they had changed that.
would you like to play?
This is real skee ball, and honestly, compared to, I was just comparing this to Sports Bar VR, but this is less good than the skee ball in Sports Bar VR. It doesn't really feel, well, it's actually a little better this time than the last time I played it, but I really like the way it plays in Sports Bar VR. And it looks more like a real skee ball. And also someone can just come up to you and throw a chair in the middle of your lane while you're playing, which is just delightful. In this, I'm just by myself. Nobody's gonna mess with me. There's this creepy guy next to me. Oh my god, what is he doing with his feet? He's not even... Oh. Wow. He's really bad. Did you see that? I wonder if he's just gonna keep making that same really bad... No, he's like randomly making terrible rolls. And it just rolls between his feet and he doesn't care. Wow. Yeah, no, the NPCs in this game are just garbage. Absolute garbage. Look at this lady with with a pacifier just staring at me. Oh my god. And he's just watching everything. Oh, and Mr. Little Samurai. Mrs. Little Samurai, I'm sorry. And the wolf. Alright. Oh my god, somebody new. Okay, so, like I said, this game's alright. You know, some of the games are pretty fun. This screwed me out, I gotta get out of here. Overall, you know, is it worth your $20? Like I said, if you have kids, if you are a kid, hopefully you're not watching this if you're a kid, because I've been cursing a lot and stuff, but, you know, stuff like that, maybe worth checking out and to show people for a little bit of fun, but
awesome stream.
I don't think I'll come back to it too much, so, you know, decide what you will. And I think that's it. Goodbye, Mr. Carnival. Goodbye, everyone. Oh, hello. God, they just... Oh, wow. Some of the fashion choices.
What would you like to play?
Anyways, alright, that's the end of my review. Signing off.